Have you ever seen a company lose millions just because they cut vacation time? I used to work for a company that was family-owned but pretty big, with over 250 employees across 3 shifts. One of the best things about this place was the benefits. If you worked there for 25 years or more, you got 8 weeks of vacation and 2 weeks of personal time every year. It was generous, and it kept people loyal. Among the long-timers was a man we'll call Jimmy. He'd been there since he was 20, and now at 63, he didn't care about politics, didn't care about making friends in management, and certainly didn't care about kissing up. What Jimmy did care about was his craft. He knew how to make a very specific, specialized part of our product. Only he and one other person in the entire company knew how to do it. Then everything changed. The original owner decided to retire and sold the company to a corporation. He promised us there would be little change, but within weeks, that promise was broken. The new management came in and immediately started stripping away our benefits. First, they slashed the maximum vacation down to 4 weeks. They eliminated personal days completely. Anyone who had more than the new limit had until the end of the year to use it or lose it, and they weren't going to pay it out either. But it didn't stop there. They went into the office and fired anyone close to retirement. That included the only other person who knew how to make the part Jimmy specialized in. Overnight, Jimmy became the last man standing with that knowledge. To make things worse, the company brought in a young hire and told Jimmy to train him. It was obvious what they were doing. They wanted to replace him. Jimmy, who already felt betrayed over the benefits cuts, saw right through it. So he made a move that no one saw coming. On the very first day the new hire was supposed to start training, Jimmy called in. He wasn't sick. He wasn't dealing with an emergency. Instead, he announced he was going to use all of his vacation and personal time every last hour at once. That meant 10 straight weeks off. At first, the company wasn't too worried. There was a stockpile of the parts Jimmy had made, so production could keep moving for a while. But Jimmy didn't spend those weeks lounging at home. He applied for new jobs, landed one, and started working somewhere else. 10 weeks later, when his vacation was supposed to be over, Jimmy simply didn't show up. For 2 days, the company tried everything, calling him, sending people to his house, even reaching out to his family. Finally, on the 3rd day, Jimmy called them back. He told them he was resigning, and that's when the panic set in, because the part Jimmy made wasn't something just anyone could handle. It was specialized, sealed inside epoxy, and critical to the company's product. Without it, they couldn't build or ship, and now no one in the building knew how to make it. They scrambled to find a solution, but there was only one man who could help, the original owner, the same man who had sold the company and walked away. When they approached him, desperate, he listened to their story and gave them his answer. He'd teach new people how to make the part, but it was going to cost them $1 million, and they had no choice but to pay. Either they handed over a 7-figure contract, or the company risked shutting down entirely. As for Jimmy, he didn't miss out on anything. He wasn't offered $1 million deal, and he didn't want one. He'd already moved on, shaking the dust off his boots and leaving the new corporate overlords to drown in their own arrogance. Years later, the story is still told by people who worked there. The corporation thought they could gut benefits, replace loyal employees, and treat people like numbers. Instead, they ended up spending a fortune to fix a problem that never needed to exist. Jimmy still laughs about it whenever I see him. He's retired now, enjoying life the way he wants. But whenever the story comes up, he leans back with a grin and says, "They didn't know who they were messing with. They sure as hell know now."